You know, one aspect of lean that I haven't touched on a whole lot is how do you handle it when someone else comes up with an idea for your department and you look at yourself and think, I missed that. Oh my gosh, it's a great idea. Do you take it well, or do you get angry that someone else came up with a great idea for your department? Well, I just had that happen to me. Somebody just came up, one of my backups, Debbie Reeder, shout out, great idea. Something we can do to make life a little bit easier for those who don't often know the pricing of our items that are, for sale to company employees, except for Christmas specials, which are different pricing. Why not go ahead and put the pricing right there on the shelf on a label next to the item, rather than having to go back and look at a piece of paper called a lit list, actually several pieces of paper, or to go on the public drive and find it there and locate the item you're looking for and hope that it's been updated to the point that you can be reasonably sure that's the price. Great idea, Debbie. Let's get to it.
Okay, so here's her idea. On the shelves I have all of our promotional t-shirts, polo shirts, dress shirts, things of that nature. I have the correct CMS part number so that you know how to look it up or write it down on an inventory request sheet, whichever case may be. But I don't have prices listed right there beside the item. I have a lit list, which I print off on occasion when things have been updated. It also exists on the public drive, but it's much easier if you're working back here for it to just be displayed right there beside the item CMS part number. So we're going to make some prices and put them up on the label. So let me show you them beforehand. This is what I'm talking about. For instance, you'll see our medium black shirt, our large American Eagle shirt. We've got green shirts. You don't see any prices beside these. Now, once you've dealt with them long enough, you know what they are, but if you don't deal with them constantly, it's easy to forget. When an employee wants to come and buy one, they say, hey, how much is this? It might be nice to know. So that's what we're going to do. For instance, here is my little stand. We got the Bluetooth marked, ZippoFlex marked, and the barbecue sets marked. Very simple, very fast. As you can see, it's quite a bit of work. Got a label maker, gone through a whole lot of labels, and I'm nearly done. I've gotten most of this room done. Still a couple things just to watch over and check, but for the most part you can see prices are coming together here. Had to search for some new prices, had to go online to the lit list and print off some stuff and check it out and see if things were right or not. But it's coming together. And while this may seem like a lot of work now, which it is, I'm up and down a lot, printing a lot of labels, looking up things. It's taken several hours so far, and I'm only about maybe a little over halfway done. It's going to be worth it, and it's going to be such a time saver and way more convenient, not only for myself, but most certainly for my backups and anyone else, another employee or perhaps a visitor who comes in and wants to see the items. They're going to see the kind of pricing that we have on these items. Now, of course, it changes at Christmas. We always have the Christmas specials that run. Those won't be posted other than just to be on the flyers that are given out to everyone who wants them. So we'll keep working. Okay, so we have arrived at the finale here. These are just some of the pages I've gone through for the lit list to determine the prices, and had to find out a few extra prices from upstairs. There's our little pile of labels. We went through almost an entire new label set plus partials of 2 others. It was a busy time labeling a lot of stuff, but it was well worth it. Alright, let's show you what we got. Okay, for instance, you see we've got some of the blue shirts here, various prices based on sizes. This one starts taking a higher rate once it gets up to more material being used. In fact, you see the 3X all the way up to $12.50. We've got everything labeled. A dozen golf balls there. This is the kind of thing that will help out if someone comes in and says, hey, I want to buy this, and I don't happen to be here. Maybe I'm out sick, maybe I'm on vacation, whatever the case may be. Whoever is the backup here can look and say, oh, this is how much this cost. They're not keeping anyone else waiting, and they're not running around looking for it all day.
Okay, so that pretty much wraps it up. It was a very simple suggestion. It took the better part of a day to get everything done. A lot of labels to make, a lot of prices to look up and get verification on. But we're done. These labels will be here for a while. I mean, until someone changes vendors or they change the materials that the item is made of, these prices are going to stand. Christmas time, I'm not going to make any changes because that already goes out on like a little form and an email and whatnot to show people, here's our special pricing for Christmas. These are just the standard prices. One simple idea brought about by someone who happens to be one of my backups. So the question is, when someone walks into your department and says, hey, I got a pretty good idea here. Have you thought about doing this? This is an idea. How do you take it? Are you mad that they're in your pond? Or do you look at it and say, this is a great idea. Let's do it. Let's give credit where credit is deserved. Great change. It was a great idea. I can't believe I didn't think of it. But great idea, Debbie. And keep them coming.